adapting with your own universe. Shadow work. Shadow work. It's a lot of work, but let me tell you all about it first. Shadow work is a large process of observing yourself, because you're actually more than what meets the eye. If I were to close your eyes right now, you would still be hearing my sound, and I could still paint amazing pictures with color, depth, and clarity. So you want to get to know the more of you as well. But actually, the work takes place right here. It takes place in the body. Like, you got to work on what this body has experienced through the process of your ascension, which is your growth, right? So what are we working on? Well, if you remember when you were 7, 5, 6, 12, you probably at one point in time measured your height, and you did it with your siblings, your parents, or whoever, and you just enjoyed seeing the process of your increase. You just enjoyed seeing it, and that is what we've grown through. Okay, kind of like a tree or a seed, kind of have to push through the darkness, get through the ground. You know what I'm saying? It has to really fight through, and that's kind of what the shadow work would do. So, well, how do you know what's the work? Great question. That's a great question. You're able to know the work from understanding the pain, okay? Because the pain is an indicator of the emotional understanding of that experience. So, in order to get a clear picture of that experience, it's just like taking a picture. If I said I wanted to take a picture of this MacBook right here, or maybe I wanted to take a picture of these sea moss capsules, right? I would want to make sure that the whole thing is in frame. I want to get everything in the frame. I want to be able to see each and every single part of what I'm looking at, which is the what, okay? And once I take my picture, it's just take my picture, and it's saved. That's kind of like how we walk around living our lives. We kind of take pictures of things as if we were born with an iPhone, and we take pictures of things that happen to us, that we experience, things that we see, and how those things make us feel. And all of those things together sometimes could be an amazing experience, or it could be the root of your shadow work. It's a lot of work. So that's actually the first step. You did a great job too. And I want to remind you that society has trained us away from our first instinct. When I started speaking about shadow work, I'm very certain that a lot of you were able to feel, see, and remember, and to reflect on something that you feel was painful to you. And I want you to write that thing down, crystallize it in your space, or in regular words, just write it down. So it's really important that you are aware that through this growth, we actually occurred these things because our subconscious mind is literally taking pictures of everything. So that's the first step, and you're doing a great job. So what's the second step? Well, now that you have that picture in frame, right, you want to have an understanding of that picture. And you are able to find this by asking, what is the substance here? Or what is the substance? Or why did this happen? All these questions illustrate the mind to focus on what is holding up the subject matter, or what is keeping up the subject matter. So for example, if I was talking about a house, the substance of a house would be the foundation. Now, when we talk about shadow work, it's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of childhood trauma, childhood pains, and bad experiences. So, one person's bad experience might not look like anything to someone else's. So we all have a lot of work. And now that we've asked the second question, or what's the substance in here, the why, or why did this happen, lets us find and feel more context to why that situation took place the way that it did. So we're already almost there. We've been doing a lot of work in this video already. So we have to come to the awareness that the universe actually places in our lives a lot of these things. And like I was saying, if we were walking with an iPhone since we were born, we've taken pictures of pretty much everything. And we remember pretty much everything. If you haven't seen the last video I uploaded on the correlation between past, present, and future, and how they're all simultaneously happening right now, you definitely want to check out that video. It's going to open you up, allow you to see things. Well, allow you to realize that you've already been seeing things. In order for you to go back into your past, you must recall the memory. So if I were to say I was in an abusive relationship, the was in the sentence illustrates that it already happened, and therefore I'm going into the past right now. But let's continue on. Since we're here at the substance, right? we have to see all the ingredients and how they've been, beautifully placed inside of our spirit, inside of our hearts. Because this is exactly what our Creator is waiting for us to do. Just go back and see how beautiful this gift was by actually unwrapping it. So it's going to take a little bit of work. And the third step, I know you're waiting for it, is to do some cleaning up. Because after we're able to see, feel this trauma, now we have to start to ground it. Kind of like how this tripod's sitting on 3 legs right now. It kind of needs to be sturdied into a reasoning. So you want to reason into, what did this experience teach me, show me, or allow me to realize about myself? Normally it's there, because you just don't get nothing for something. It's never happened before. So even a bad experience can be used for something amazing and delicious. Let me show you. So earlier today, right, I grabbed some mangoes, and one of the mangoes was almost out. Like, this mango was like, yo, you should have ate me 3 days ago. Guess what I did with it? I made sure not to add any of the bad parts. I got this delicious smoothie right here. And my whole life changed when I tasted vegan, so I want to put my tongue in this real quick. Man, that mango's saying something. So let me give you a little recap. After we take the photo, we remember the photo of that situation, put it into a frame, write a statement. The statement allows you to see the whole picture. You know how they say a picture is worth 1,000 words? Well, just grab 10 of the words, you know what I'm saying? Write them down real quick. And then ask, what is the substance here? What is holding this up? What are the corresponding conditions that made this happen, or that made me see things like this? Once you're able to find the answers to these questions, then we're able to move into the third stage of the grounding and utilizing those ingredients, okay? And from there, you're well on your way to start doing some work. Now, that's a lot of work, because you might just, have some single mother problems because you had a single mother, or you might just have not really liking the other, the other being form because of this person or my last relationship and things like that. It's a lot of work. Some people even got work to do when they pull out their card or their cash to purchase some groceries. So there's a lot of pain points in all places in our lives. There's a lot to work on. And I just hope this video edifies you, nurtures you, strengthens your spirit, awakens your mind, allows you to realize that it's a perfect time to heal. We've been inside, anyways, with that being said, I really want to appreciate you for taking the time to check out this video. Hope that it sends you some good ass energy. Yeah. And like always, just making sure that you're tapped in with your own universe. So I'm gonna talk to you. Yeah.